Hello, friends. So today let's start this session. This session is mainly for students who are in first year and they are supposed to undergo some of their certifications in line to their interest area. So this presentation is titled as Crafting Personalized Learning Canvas and mainly the art of MOOC selection. How are you supposed to go for this massive open online courses selection? Okay, there are so many courses available, and to make a choice out of many is sometimes a bit complex. Hence, we should look at certain relevant parameters which will help you to fix something which is viable, feasible, and also in line to your focused goal. Now, let's start with this. This is the first slide, which is telling you about the MOOC's introduction. Now, you see, M stands for massive, O stands for open, then second O is for online, and C is for course. Now, you see, what do you mean by massive? Massive means where the people who are going to undertake this course is going to be, the exposure is going to be for a very big number, not 100, not 1000, but maybe very big, because we are not trying to stay restricted to classrooms where strength is usually somewhere around 50 to 60. So this is going to be a course which can be accessed by many through online platforms where registration is open, course content is free, or sometimes it is having a fee which is very much affordable by many. Okay, the content is open and on real-time basis you can learn it through interactions. This interaction level is very qualitative. Like you will get experts from across the globe. Participants will be from different countries, so you will be having very enriching environment there, and not only global environment but also local cohorts will also be taken into consideration. Now you see this course, these courses are self-paced. Sometimes self-paced means you can start this course anytime as per your own viability, and sometimes they do have a start and end date, so you need to work according to those dates only. So make sure when you pick up something, you go according to the dates mentioned there. If it is a self-paced, then there is no limit, you can start anytime and end, and as per your own viabilities. Sometimes what happens is, like many universities nowadays, they are taking these MOOC courses as an alternative to their assignments. Hence, you may also get credits. Badges means once you complete your certificates, you complete your project work given to you under these courses, you get badges also. It Mainly, you see, in this case, what you'll get is like you'll get exposure to instructors who are globally renowned, top universities. Their teachers will be coming for such interactions, so will be a very handy experience for a youngster. Now, you see, we will have communities also where people are interacting in terms of their doubts, queries, questions, their own experiences. So, will be a very enriching environment. Now, you see, and then finally, assessment is what is going to be there. That is also going to happen online. Sometimes MCQ based questions will be there. Sometimes you have to prepare an assignment and upload. Uh, so, this all will be there in MOOCs. Let's proceed further. Now, you see, this is the total timeline when it comes to what type of learning methodologies have been there in past. So initially we started with face-to-face teaching in classroom. Then later on, distance learning concept also came in, which is here quoted as open education. So sometimes open education, you see, what is open education? MOOC is an extension of open education, where certifications are done through an online platform. You need not to go physically to anywhere. And there are so many platforms who have emerged, especially during COVID. So COVID has actually opened up a new era altogether, where you see not only your regular degree programs but also your online programs will be accepted by industry. And now you see, mainly in future of education, you see what will happen is like these flipped classroom models will be prevailing, where you see not only you are doing a physical degree where you have to go to campus, plus side by side you'll do lots of online certifications to enrich your degree program. Okay, so the entire diagram is taken from Lee Yuan and Stephen Powell. So I'm giving the credit to them because this is not my chart that I've drawn. Now you see the first segment where like the first important parameter you should look into your MOOC courses, whether the topic that you have picked up for your certification, is it mapping to your interest area. Make sure what is your future goal is actually mapped with your certifications. So if you do certification which are not aligned to your future goal, your interest area or interest sector, so maybe what you do, maybe, like I say, time is always scarce, so you don't have time to do everything. So be very specific and fix something which is relevant. Okay, so relevance is very important to note. Now you see, next is like, once you pick up a certification or a course, you need to see what type of course content will be there. Okay, so most of the time every MOOC course will give you an overview, so where you can see the syllabus and various learning outcomes that are going to be there. So please go through it to have a brief idea, and then accordingly, if you feel it maps to your requirement, you can proceed further. Next is like, you need to see yourself into any of these three categories. You may be a beginner, you may be a person who has some basic idea and you would like to go into intermediate level, or it can be a very advanced level. So when you are picking up a course, make sure you map your position to the level of difficulty of that course, and accordingly pick something that suits to your requirement. Okay, so next is like credibility of your provider. Yani, the certification is actually offered by a university or by a professor. You need to understand these certifications are supposed to be showcased in your CV. Okay, so when you are going for such certifications, look for these certificate providers, their credibility, their accreditations, and the qualification of instructor will help you a lot. Course format means, you see here, you need to see what type of material is going to be exposed to you. It may be video lectures, readings, assessments, quizzes, and various other interactive modes can be used for engaging students. And this is like, you should have your time availability for all of them. So just go through it once before you finalize it. Now next is like duration and flexibility. Means here we can bring in that self-paced course, or it is a fixed date of open and close. So just make sure you know this beforehand so as to avoid any conflict later. Another important dimension in picking up any courses, like, please go through the reviews and ratings given by the previous users or previous consumers. So you see, if you see the rating is good, means it gives you an idea, like, it suits to your requirement too, and it always helps you to have a proper assessment of a course before you start. Assessment models are, when you see what type of evaluations will be done. It may be a quiz, it may be assignment, it may be a project work. So uh, we will see to it, and you should also make it like you know it well, and when you are facing them, you can adhere to the requirements well. Next is like, you should also try to see, like, in certain courses you may get certain additional resources like case studies, Excel files, data sets for your execution. Now it will help you to enhance your learning apart from your regular classroom learning. Now you see, finally, what is important is like, you should get a certification for what you are doing. Okay, if you qualify the entire course as per their requirements, so most of the time you'll get certificates too, and certification may have sometimes a validity. So look for certifications and their timelines. Sometimes these certifications are paid one, so you need to make sure they are free. And if it is not free, then what is the actual cost for getting a certificate? Prerequisites is again another dimension that you should check. Like, prerequisite means, if I am supposed to do a certification on advanced Excel, so maybe when I check the prerequisites, I'll understand whether this course is meant for me or not. So maybe they do have some specific requirements uh, of any technical nature. So if you fulfill it, then it is easy for you to understand. Sometimes when you don't see these prerequisites and register yourself into a course, maybe later on you may struggle because you don't have the basic skill set to undergo this course. Cost, again, very important factor. If it is something where you have to pay a fee, know the actual cost before you go through. Okay, so most of the time there are so many institutions which may not have the credibility, where you see they still are charging it and people are still paying it to them. It's better, if you pay, make sure you're paying it to a service provider who is the best in market. They are recognized by masses. Okay, and do it from world best institutions if it is a paid one. Language, you see, sometimes the language of the certification is also important. It may be a regional language, or it may be English as a standard language. Make sure you follow it. If you don't understand that language of delivery, may be a problem. So hence, please check it once if it is okay with you or not. And Now you see, these are some of the attributes that we can see when we see various MOOC offering platforms: edX, Coursera, Udacity, Udemy, P2P. You see, these are some of the platforms where most of them they are for profit reason. P2PU is the only one which is for non-profit reason. Access, you see, they sometimes allow you partial access, because once you see it, then only you value them, and then accordingly you are ready to pay for it. Certification fee, yes, you see, first four they all are commercial in nature, but the fourth one is not asking you for any fee. They are giving you certificates. So I strongly recommend, kindly go through all and see where is your interest area and your sectoral related certifications available, and go accordingly. Okay. And now you see, this is one platform that we have it in India. UGC, University Grant Commission, is like, you see, they have created this platform which is named as SWAM, where you have all IITs and IIMs coming up together for offering various courses. You can see approximately 137 PG courses and 243 UG courses are available. Some of those are showcased in the bottom. Now you see, you can go into any such course, and in most of your cases you don't have much of fee, or most of the time free of cost. Now you see, this is one course on Excel which is available on Coursera, totally free, very basic. You can understand here on right side it is mentioned like intermediate level. 1.5 hours total engagement is required. You don't need any downloading or installation of Excel. They'll guide you everything on it, and they have a rating of 4.6. Now you see reviews, how many reviews have been there? 4,847 reviews. And if you see the current enrollment in this particular course is approximately 4,12,000. So with this, I feel like you should also start with doing something. Okay, now you see, once you do it, complete your course, you will get this platform will update you on your achievements. Like in this case, I'm just done with this basic course on Excel, so I got this certification. My result was 96.42%. uh, and you see, passing criteria was 80% or higher. They'll define you their passing criteria also. This is again important variable that you need to see. And certification will be issued by the agency, which can be verified or validated at the link given below. Okay, so I got it totally free of cost, so I feel like this is great. And you can especially use your weekends to bring in certifications into your kitty, and this may help you to update your CV a lot. Okay, with this, let's close this session. Good day, take care.